Why can't we people get it? Out of everything you see on the news, out of everything you ain't gonna be able to see my face because right now this YouTube video has has yet to be. Everything I do is gonna be it's gonna be pretty much because I'm just starting to work towards a YouTube video, and you all can take it or leave it with this video. But the devil has a stronghold in my city, which is called Washington D.C. And the strongest hold that the Satan has is in Southeast, in these urban ghetto communities. You see the crackheads, you see the dope fiends, you see the women in the DC area are fucking the same men. Why is that? Because Satan has a strong hold on this. If we don't get together in the DC area, in the community, period, it's going to collapse. The goddamn chief of police, she retired because it was too much overwhelming for her. I think it was. You know, if we don't do something about the community, like help and do what we supposed to do, it's going to fail and it's not going to grow. I see so many women when I walk up and down the streets or I'm just riding through. I see so many women dealing with the same guys. You go over to the Benning Roadside. I don't give a damn if you go to certain parts of the district of DC. All you see is crackheads, dope things. It's just like Chicago. Certain parts. I'm not down in my city, but I'm just saying, man, the devil has a very tight grip on these cities. And people don't know it's a spiritual war going on, and it's going to constantly keep being repeated because it's gone just a little too far. You know what I'm saying? I was just looking at the news the other day and about my old area. Someone was killed, someone was murdered. It's just sad. It's very sad. My heart goes out. And fortunately, my mother was able to get me up out of these places, and I was able to come out. You know, I wouldn't say now that I'm in a better place that I am than I were growing up, but we had fun times growing up in the ghetto. You know, it's not like it is now. But like I say, Satan has a strong hold in DC. And you look on the news, it's about 5 or 6 murders that happen. It's really, really sad. You know? And wonder why so many people move so further out of Maryland because they're trying to get away from such ignorance. It's these ghettos, it's these guys that's in the ghetto, these females that's in the ghetto. DC has always had a problem with, being a small city, and the crime has just been overly powerful, like Chicago and New York and certain parts of Jersey. So it's always been a small city with the most confusion. So it's just out of this world, and it just doesn't make any sense. And people look at it, oh, I'm gonna come to Capitol Hill. It's pretty as that, but go into the urban ghettos. I guarantee you, your ass would not make it. You don't want to even be nowhere near it. And I'm from the city. The city is trifling. It's certain people that's cool in the city that you'll fuck with. You got people like me that's cool. They just want to do what they do, chill and relax and have a good time. But then you got the motherfuckers, all they want to do is talk about crime, violence, my hood, this hood. Who gives a fuck? You should be over that. You should be trying to own something. You should be trying to get out of the hood to find you a way to get distribution deals or try to be able to get yourself some money in your pocket. But you worried about what's going on and this and that and that. Fuck this ghetto shit and get your shit together. You probably wouldn't care about me even making this YouTube video because it's so fucking irrelevant to you. You can't raise your kids in this shit. You can't raise your kids in this shit. Every time you turn up the news, there's always something. Breaking news in Washington, D.C. Someone was just murdered. Come on, man. It's not a place y'all looking on the outside looking in. You don't know what goes down in these urban ghettos, man. And for you celebrities, come on. Y'all think just because y'all coming to dining and whining in our city that is so perfect, you haven't seen the worst of it, baby. Crackheads, like I said, dolphins, kids killing each other. It's just wickedness, And I'm here to share some light to you people because so y'all can benefit from knowing this place. I love my city dearly too, but I'm not gonna let my children die by the hands of no goddamn Washington D.C. It's a filthy ass place when it want to be. So you keep on thinking that it is a road that is so great, you ain't seen the last of it. The best parts that you can go to, where I would say can be certain little areas like uptown. They could get a little rowdy too, northeast too. So, they're not out of the ring yet, but if you have not, if you never really been to the ghetto, you wouldn't understand, how it is. Every time you turn around, there's always drama. There's always he say, she say. The women fucking the same man. Somebody's still in the car. It's not where you want to live. I'm telling you. Stop looking at Hollywood and looking at TV and looking at Washington D.C. so pretty. You haven't came to the worst of the worst. I mean, it's a fucked up unemployment city. They will help you with jobs and things of that nature, but you have not seen the worst of it. So, the hoods are out of control. They're trying to run everybody out of the hood and help the hood. Some people just can't even get out the damn hood. But I just made this video to let you know, stop thinking that, for those of you who want to come to DC, thinking that it's going to be peachy, because it's not. The food is great. We got a very good landmarks, but if you really been into these urban ghettos and you never seen what really goes on, I think you should stop looking on the outside looking in. The outside looking in, because that's what you're doing. You don't know nothing about it until you experienced it. But anyway though, don't let Satan get you. God bless and keep faith.